Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Rune News. I'm your host, Ryan, and as always, it's bloody good to have you guys here in the audience today. This week, I've actually been very unwell. That's why I haven't been live streaming. I was in urgent care the other day because, well, I was just absolutely fucked with some sort of virus. So I apologize for the slow rolling content this week, but that's right. We're back in almost completely full form and we'll be live again tomorrow at the normal time. This week, Jagex has once again not given us the clue scroll updates. They want to take another week or two to give us these clue scroll changes, which I think we've all been waiting for. So we have some more bullshit ass Pole 84 changes, some Yama changes, and more mildly juicy content to look into in just a moment. So I won't waste any more of your time. I just have one question for you all to answer in the comment section down below today, and that is with Yama. Since this is the last time I'll be asking about Yama before we move forward, what do you guys think about Yama now that they've balanced everything else out? Are you guys happy with the drop table? Do you feel like Oathplate is too common, not common enough? Do you feel like contracts too hard, not hard enough? Tell me how you feel about Yama. What do you know? What do you think? How do you feel? Hit the like and subscribe button down below. Greatly appreciate the support. My name is Ryan. You're watching Rune News. This is Rune News and you're watching Rune News. Pole 84, AFK timers and more is the title of today's update by Jagex, and they've just got a quick 15-minute delay here, which is why I took a quick 15-minute nap before starting Rune News today, because I am still a little bit of a sicky boy, but we're back in action and we're working hard. So, Pole 84 changes. You can now modify your orders here on the Grand Exchange. Basically, you just right-click modify and change how the order is, and then hit confirm, and it will change that order for you. Now, I'm pretty sure they don't state it in this update here, but they did state it in the last update when they talked about this. I think it resets your position in the queue. So the way the Grand Exchange works is that you're put in a queue in line with other people, and I think if you modify it, it puts you to the back of the line again. So just keep that in mind. Please correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section down below, but just be aware of that as well. If being, back of the queue is a problem for you, then who cares? And you can also hit this repeat order button right here to just repeat an order of something that you've already made. So you can just spam click the shit out of that and you're good to go. Pretty neat update. Nothing too serious there, fortunately. The Abyssal Sire healing tweaks. Now, I've done some Abyssal Sire with the new changes, so I don't know what the fuck the problem is here. I guess I just wasn't doing enough damage, but they've tweaked some of the healing so that if you bring him to 0 HP while he's wandering, I didn't know that was possible, he now wakes up with just over 40 HP, 40% HP, catching him setting up that big old Apocalypse attack, which I'm assuming is the big opening gunt. He'll now heal to about 20 HP. So he was actually healing to full health apparently when people were killing him. Now he will just sit around the 40 and 20% HP mark, which is good actually. It sounds like having more DPS will actually be worth your fucking time now. So big changes, very good. And in some bonus 84 goodness, the Gout Tuber now has a more likely chance to appear if you have a higher wood cutting level. The higher wood cutting, the better the Gout Tubers are, so watch those go down in price. You can now empty the small and large meat pouch when near banks or on the top floor of the Hunters Guild, and cats chasing rats will no longer delay your character, which is huge. Jagex has now implemented a new 25-minute AFK timer for mobile clients and official client users. So mobile clients is actually fucking big because, well, I don't like being logged out on my mobile client, but for official client users, just fucking use RuneLine. We've had this for years, but now you just go to your settings tab, which is right here, and just type AFK in the search bar. They've got instructions here, but if you can't figure this out, you really should not be on the fucking internet. It's fucking common sense. In fact, I'm not going to get into a tangent. I'm going to do a separate video on it. Holy shit. But just open your settings, search AFK logout timer, and pick a fucking time, okay? I'll ramble on in another video. Holy shit. But AFK timer, big, very huge. Yama tweaks, they've tweaked Yama. Now, the pet contract has been changed in drop rate. The pet is 1 in 250 with Yama pet acquisition contract. It's now 1 in 100, making it 2.5 times more common to get the pet than originally anticipated, which is huge. And both players get a role on that drop table. not just the one with the contract. Unless you're an Ironman. The Ironman only gets a roll if it's the Ironman's contract. Meaning if an Ironman and a main do it, but the main does the contract, the Ironman does not get a roll. But if the Ironman uses the contract, both players get a roll. Big, great way to go about it, Jagex. Fucking huge. Love the change in the drop rate too. Not sure if that's going to damage the price of the contract too much though. But I think that's how they should really go about Ironman and main cooperative content going forward. Make the Ironman put the cost up if they want to be involved in a drop, or let them help and not get involved in the drop. I think that's totally fine. That way there is financial bound on the Ironman still. That's totally cool. It makes way less sense to carry with an Ironman than it does with a main. And also Radiant Oathplate now, it's 2,500, what are they called? Aether runes to make Radiant Oathplate, or to make a Radiant Oathplate piece, white Oathplate piece, rather than 10,000 runes per piece. However, Jagex is not sure if they can refund your 7,500 per piece Aether runes yet, so don't hold on to your panties too hard, boys. You may have just been scammed. The rest of the Yama tweaks are pretty basic. If you have a sigil piece or a Radiant Oathplate piece, it should automatically finish that combat achievement for you now, which is huge. Pride 2025, we're going to skip over that gay shit because no one gives a fuck. They're doing another fucking Pride March, and you can bet people are going to start abusing them and getting banned and muted. I just don't care enough. Fuck off. Other changes, there's nothing real special in the other changes either. It's all pretty straightforward horse shit, just like every other week. Deadman All-Stars, the finale I believe is this weekend, which I should be home to watch the finale. Probably won't be live for it, depending on the time of day, but Deadman All-Stars is going hard. Did a bit of cheating once again, fucking classic. He just can't help but just to be a shit stain on this community, so that's always good fun to see. Community event, Mod Wars. This actually sounds kind of fun. Friday, June the 13th, two J-Mods are going to be playing Castle Wars. They're going to have 1 million HP each, and they're basically just going to be sending it, doing flag shit, so that's kind of cool. Look into that if you're interested. LMS is no longer on Oswords, which I thought it was this week, so I'm going to have to back that racism up for another week. But that is about it for the Oldschool Runescape update this week, ladies and gentlemen. But we have a lot of money for you guys to make in just a few moments here with the Grand Exchange update with Wade Green in just a game tick. So sit down, shut up, and laugh. This here, RuneScape 3. This is a Hardcore Ironman RuneScape 3 series I made sorry, there's a door behind this. When I was first playing Old School RuneScape, I made a RuneScape 3 Hardcore Ironman series, and I was like, let's try. I got to like episode 3 and thought, fuck this. Mostly because RuneScape 3 is fucking dog shit. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Grand Exchange segment for Rune News. My name is Wade Green, and this week the biggest rise appears to be the Aether runes. Now, this is a sharp rise, but we're likely to see a pretty rapid decline given you now need 3/4 less of this rune per Radiant Oathplate piece, which means the demand goes down by 7,500 per piece, per player, per Radiant Oathplate user, which is quite substantial. That does actually impact the market a fair bit. Now, the use of these runes is still quite trivial and still quite powerful throughout the rest of the game, so it may not be a massive hit to the market, but for the next week or two at least, we may see a slight influx up and down, so I do not recommend investing in Aether runes anytime soon. However, buying them next week may be a pretty decent deal. Now, the biggest loss this week is actually Sliced Banana, taking a massive hit for some unknown fucking reason. Big day for a banana enthusiast that want to get their hands, their greasy mitts, and some free banana. Let's go. Rest in peace to Nate, mate. We know you like the bananas, but slicing them up, shit, someone's going to fucking town. Not bad. Now, the Cypher Vatour Uncharged remains at around this 1.6 bill mark at the moment. It was very interesting for Jagex to tackle this problem. This is obviously a Rune News influence that Jagex seems to want to try and fucking throw in my face here for a second. They intentionally went, you know what? That Wade Green character, he's trying to fuck the market here, so they fucked us right back. They actually ruined the Cypher for a lot of players in this game because this was guaranteed to be best in slot at Awakened Contract Yama. And you know what they did? They allowed Demon Bane weapons to work on all contracts. Motherfuckers. That's right. Now we've got to wait for the Delve Boss to see if they commit to the Crush angle, because they're not going to do the Crush Demon Bane weapon anymore, but we will have Crush still, which, guess what? Name the best crush weapon in the game right fucking there. Who knows? We're going to have to find out now the Delve boss. They seem to constantly be trying to tackle the market and tackle the way the economy works based on the predictions of Wade Green at Rune News, trying to make me look like a fucking asshole, but I can see what's going on over there, Jagex HQ. I can fucking read between the lines, cunt. I fucking know what's going on. I'm there. You think I'm fucking playing games, cunt? Now, unfortunately, the mole slippers are on the decline at the moment, but we've had a bug going around here at the household here at kingcondoandco.com.au/children/John Howard's opinion. I've been bursting out of both hands like a busted fire hydrant, so please give us a break. We haven't had the chance to plug the mole slippers. But what we have done is guaranteed and locked in the subathon coming on the 15th of June, which you should absolutely be checking out, coming up this soon, 2 weeks' time, right here on this channel, right here on YouTube, completely advert free. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is it this week for Rune News Grand Exchange segment. My name is Wade Green. Have a good night. Our first Ironman moment for the week goes to XTC Reaper. Yes, he is, people think that XTC stands for the drug, the hard drug ecstasy, but it's actually him trying to parasocially align himself with XQC, which makes sense given the autism and the King Condom. But he pulled himself some Oathplate legs, which must be fucking nice. Next up, we've got some dickhead, what's his name? Wicked Serious gets the Abyssal, what's it called? The Abyssal Demon, Abyssal Orphan Pet. He got a bunch of jars and shit too. I just didn't care enough to read his whole message, but you got the Abyssal Demon, Abyssal Sire Pet, so congratulations, mate. Fucking good pet. And finally, I don't even know who this was. I actually have no clue. A 59 KC General Garage Door Bando's chest plate. Oh, it's based Unk. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Dr. Racism. Got himself a nice BCP, which is a nice juicy upgrade. I'm sure that all the high-level players and the DPS calculator warriors will be very happy with that drop for you. Congratulations. You got a piece of Bandos before you would typically get a piece of Oathplate. So you've just beaten and fucked the system once again on an Ironman. My name is Ryan, and I approve this message. Sit down, shut up, and have a good night. See you in the live streams and fuck off. This is the easiest room in the raid. It's quite simple. You got a big boy. Look at him. God damn. Fuck me. Look at that boy. It's huge.